Hello, everybody.
How you doing? Welcome to live show number 2.
This is live show number 2, but if you are meeting us for the first time today, you're welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the one and only delectable, intelligent, amazing, unpredictable, spontaneous, common sense.
And they wait for you to make it talk.
You know, say nobody hype me. I hype myself.
My name is Ella.
Yeah, my name is Yo-Yo. So you're highly welcome to all our returning subscribers, squad members, those who were with us in the first live show, those who are just meeting us. Thank you so much for subscribing and for watching our videos. We really appreciate it. To the new squad members, those of you who recently just
see you,
subscribed,
you people that lifted
respect
us.
today. Those of you that are lifting the numbers, lifting us.
The common sense squad is supposed to be more than 2,000 and something.
Yeah,
we have to be sharing this common sense. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you so much. So today's topic is very, very touchy.
Yeah.
The second topic. So we'll go straight to the rules for those of you.
The rules of the game when you're new to the squad, we got to tell you we are welcoming you. The first one is to be respectful. You have to be respectful. It's very important. We can all have.
Don't come and be
have separate opinions, but you must
not insult.
You must not insult
your fellow debaters. Okay. You can attack the subject, but not the individual.
Yes. Be open-minded. Stay on topic. Stay on
topic. Not the
we have 3 shows today. These 2 or 3. Stay on topic. If you're not on topic, we'll be cut to short. Don't use bad words. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post our videos. Like and share as well. These are your responsibilities as a squad member. And be voting in poll.
Be voting.
If you're new to the squad, you can learn about the commonsensesisters on the About page. Our community page is there where we post all our updates. For example, the link to this live show was posted a few minutes ago in the community page.
Yeah, so check there.
Okay. And finally, our playlist is well equipped with different videos for you to binge watch and watch the adverts while you're watching them. Don't skip the adverts. If you are skipping it, you'll be seeing our faces in your dream. You'll be seeing our faces that we did for Halloween video in your dream.
Ezemo of 2020.
Ezemo of 2020.
Yes.
And finally, you can follow us on different social media platforms.
Everywhere we go.
Everywhere you go.
But
common sense everywhere. Common sense is one of the arts.
President.
Let's see who's here. Jobesina was here first.
Finding
we ready.
I'm always saying that finding the second show is hard. Why are you always finding it hard?
We put it in the community tab. We put it in the community tab. Now, since Amaka made that today, so we started putting the community tab.
Yes, always.
So we used to put it there. So even if you find it, if you
just before we
refresh
post,
and you don't see,
just go to the community
we started
tab.
Putting the community tab.
And just click there.
Crypto Magic, welcome. Greetings. We did here with respect. Yes,
please be hitting the like button as you're coming in.
Please.
You people are the ones that will be requesting for relationship videos.
Normally, you know Ella and you
we avoid
relationship topics. Things. When we started our live show in October last year, this is what we will be avoiding. But people say, oh, life is about relationship. Talk about relationship. So, okay, how can we enjoy this thing as common sense sisters and also as the squad? Because if we're not enjoying it, we will not do it. So we just look at it from another lens. How can we learn? How can we enjoy this topic? What can people learn from it? What are some commonsensical things that people can
from people's
learn
different culture
from different
and
culture, people's lifestyle and all of that? You know. Namaka is saying, just they happy.
No, why you be president now?
You be president.
We know where we go meet you. We know where we go jam you.
Greetings.
GBC, longest time. Miss you too. Longest time. Yeah, it's been a while I saw. Now,
so we're doing this relationship thing. It's for you people. It's for you people.
So you have to come and be watching.
You must watch this video. You must like. You must share. You must subscribe.
No, we sacrifice ourselves and our time for this thing.
Sacrificial lamb for relationship.
Miss me a longest time.
Happy Saturday. It's very hard to be talking about relationship things.
Because
very hard.
Now, some people say, "Oh,
you part too. Everything is not like this."
Sometimes soft. Sometimes
so if you are part of the people that typed it that we should start talking about relationship, you verbally said it. No, it was in your conscience.
You have to bring 5 people.
You must bring new subscribers to come and be watching. And
also you have to come and be clicking the link and be joining the conversation.
Yes,
don't be afraid. It's sweet.
I'll talk about all these things because, as Sue said, it is affecting all of us. Like about relationship.
And if you have a platform where they're open to hearing your different opinions, why not?
Why not?
It's very rare to find that kind.
Okay, live show number 2, going straight to the point.
Title.
We are talking about where the second live show did. Where is it?
Real life story.
Osu marriage casted, please.
Igbo people on this platform, we need you to come.
We need your help and your services and enlighten
to
us.
come and enlighten us on this thing at some point in time.
Yes, and for the future and for the world, this picture not get anything to do with the people for here. People come here and come and say, "Oh, this man, this woman, this is it's a random Google search that we use to Google. This is just on Google.
Then we continue. I beg,
if you like, thinking otherwise, but disclaimer. It's important to put disclaimer sometimes.
So this is the topic of today, and it says, "My husband left me because I am an Osu Igbo, like an Igbo outcast." So Igbo people, they are the ones that really know. I don't want the
we're not Igbo, so we don't know. So we will depend on the Igbo squad. Yes, like us who are knowledgeable about this.
Hopefully, Junior will call into this platform.
We are assuming Junior knows.
Junior,
you should know now. Is Junior here from the live show, from the first live show?
Junior,
let Igbos come and expatiate.
Yes.
Very, very important. It's very, very important
because this thing is a very serious issue.
My sister, they show half. Where this
camera? They don't pen.
So I'm like, what the hell, man? How could they go to show you half shoulder?
When I be full,
when you are full course. Sorry, this is a very serious topic.
This thing is. I don't know how long it has been affecting some people's marriage. When I was growing up in Nigeria, I know that I used to hear that when people want to marry, they'll go and do research and find out where they are from and all those things. As people come, they relationship-lize themselves. Some people go relationship-lize themselves. They won't marry, they can't engage before they will come say they are going to investigate the family. You will carry ring and go and propose. You will collect it.
Yeah.
When you have not also gone to go and look at the family history to know whether you are willing to be going there forever and ever.
And what exactly? Why is it? Why?
Apart from this Osu part, now I'm just talking in general.
In general, yeah, people will go and learn about
general
family.
And all those stuff. Some people, if they hear certain things about people's family, they will say, the love go quench.
That love cannot withstand.
It cannot withstand
the obstacles
or possible generational stuff. I want to ask people, love. Some people will say love covers multitude of sins. Number
love
one.
covers all.
Love covers all. Or whatever, multitude of sin. I don't know.
It's a myth.
Now, two strong things when they tie Nigeria backward and forward. Because I cannot say it's backward only. Backward and forward and center.
Love is blind.
If love is blind, then you have to see a love doctor.
Love is like Lady Justice. Who knows Lady Justice? Athena.
So, Nigerian, there are two things that Africans, but make a narrow to Nigeria now. Nigerians, there are two things that drag us forward, backward, or hold us in the middle of the center. Religion and culture. You cannot separate it from Nigerians, no matter how much you try. Is in a situation whereby somebody is married to somebody that they love, or you have been with this person for years, years together, as boyfriend and girlfriend, into fiancé and fiancée. Then you finally went and got married. Then, after the marriage now, you discover, say, your wife or your husband is an Osu. Quickly, you want to return dowry, or you say you will not marry again.
And I want to know what this Osu is. I want to know what it means.
But when you take your vow, it's also a disease.
Is it? Yeah. Why is it something that can break a
marriage?
Why is it
a stigma?
Why are you discriminating against somebody? Because there's discrimination here.
We did something on tribalism 2 years ago. This is like intra, which is within the same people of the same tribe.
Discriminating against each other.
Themselves. Why? It's also a medical condition.
Is it a myth?
You
know what is the origin? Somebody should come and say they are Osu now. You that know what Osu means. What makes that scary? Like, why is that something that can break a union of many years?
Yes.
Or somebody has been with you that you know the in and out of this person.
You love this person.
You claim to
but
love
just
them.
Because this person tell you that I'm an Osu, all the love just vanished. Is your love conditional?
It's conditional. Because this will not be unconditional love. This love.
Because when you were taking
this
exactly.
love has borders.
It does.
This one we're talking about today. It has borders because when they
You
reach
see?
the border, it stop. Other people pass.
And I kind of agree with
Something
GBC
else.
when they say love doesn't have border. That
It
is
doesn't- it's
that
not
is how it's supposed to be.
That's what love is supposed to be like now.
But why?
Mm-hmm.
What you go on, but you not go fit marry Osu. But if Osu na your boss, you go fit work with the person.
You go feel collect money. If Osu dash you money,
You go
can
fit collect.
money from somebody that is of Osu heritage. I don't even
If
know
you
how
are
to say
if you dey find kidney, and the na person wey wan give you kidney
it's Osu.
is Osu,
Will you
your
reject
animash, you go collect
You
Osu
reject
kidney.
it. And this Osu thing, I think, is more of culture. So I'm going to ask and say,
The Igbo
If-
Easterners, they need to come and
I'm
tell
going
us
to
this
I'm going
thing.
to ask and say, in a situation whereby you are of this culture, and let's say you believe in the Osu thing, but let's say you are also
A Christian. They are usually Christians. Many
What-
Igbo people are Christians.
Many people are Christians.
Many
yeah.
of them Catholics.
So what sets precedence in your life? Does your religion come first, or does it depend on what the situation is, or does your culture
confess?
come first and all of that? So we have to be unpacking all those things in today's
Because
in today's
if they
story.
come and say religion, then and you say you're a Christian, then you say you dey follow Christ. Now, so your Christ reject Gentiles.
I don't know, but it's also Gentile.
Osu is
We
not
cannot tell.
Gentile.
We cannot tell.
So
maybe we
that
just
takes us to the story of the. We are warming you people up.
because we really had these questions.
What we call somebody that has been with their partner for years in relationship. They decided that they wanted to get married. They got married. They did the introduction, did the traditional marriage. So in the traditional marriage, your family no find out say this person now Osu. You did if they did the church wedding, which means that you would have done those their premarital counseling, and you would have also done court wedding too. And then 1 month in, a few months into the marriage, then you find out that your partner is Osu. Quickly, Mr. Man, you want to go and drop this thing.
Why you just said you was
Miss Woman. You went to go and do
let's
it.
Let's just.
I don't care if I
about
said
this
it.
story.
There's nothing wrong with
Let's
that,
just
because
start
either way it
sharing
happens
the
to
story.
different gender.
Let's start sharing the story. Where did this thing? Okay, we're going to share the story. Because all right, this lady came on Twitter and she wrote this thing. She said, "So my cousin just called me from Abuja, telling me his newly married wife just left. A woman he dated for 5 years, and they recently tied the knots over there. Apparently, he found out that she's an outcast, Osu.
So Osu means outcast.
So it means outcast. Okay. What are they casted out from?
I
Like,
don't
what
know.
makes them an outcast? We actually,
because if our
even if to educate us, this one we actually don't know about it, so we need help.
even Tools was even asking there,
who,
what is Osu?
You know? Man didn't ask questions, just went straight and got married. That's her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him why he never asked when they were dating. He said he didn't think she would be one because they write Osu for forehead. Now, a 1 month wedding has been dissolved just like that.
1 month marriage.
So that means dated for 5 years, married for 1 month. Because someone is quote unquote outcast, you dissolve the marriage. And you went, and you remember in the first part you say the woman left.
This Lulu,
the woman did not left.
The woman did not leave.
The woman did not left. Something happened. She was sent away. There's a difference. She did not leave of her own will.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Now a month wedding has been dissolved just like that. See, asking your partner some questions before marriage is very important too. LOL, a full breed marrying an outcast has consequences. What does full breed mean?
What does that mean? Igbo people, what does that mean?
Which one be full breed?
What do you mean by full breed?
Is everyone not human being?
I don't understand.
A full breed marrying an outcast has consequences. Consequences as what? It's not about new generation or old generation. It is what it is. Oh. No matter how we package it, even though it's been nullified, it will be very difficult to let it go.
So the Osu, the outcast
will
thing
soon be nullified.
And
People are just not letting it go.
I don't know, because now the Igbo people, they need to come out, because we have them on the platform. They need to come out. We need to understand this.
It will be very difficult to let go. Now, wow, this is discrimination. Anyways, I didn't make the rules, so don't come here to insult me, madam.
Nobody's insulting you, but
maybe they were insulting her.
Maybe
who knows? Twitter people are wild. No one discriminates anyone.
But you just say somebody's an outcast. The word outcast is discriminatory. Full breed is another thing. Those are discriminatory languages.
They can vibe, but they can't marry. And they can vibe. They can be together for 5 years. They can be knocking each other left, right, and center, but they cannot marry.
You can collect their kidney, but you cannot marry them.
That's all. When you are done crying, take an osu to your people for marriage. Come back and let's see the outcome.
And there's a level of bitterness in this girl's writing. Like there's a level of bitterness in the way she even wrote. And I don't know if it's passive aggressive or it's something that maybe if the people are going to come and troll
your fellow human being like this,
and she thinks like she's being
so bad. This is part of the reason why Nigeria did progress. Anyways, Caroline responded to Oluchi and said, if this Osu was based abroad, with
citizenship, we won't be having this conversation.
Hey, you never let Osu passports.
I don't know, but it's something that's very prevalent in the Igbo culture. So, anyways, let's see what you all are saying. That's the story. That's the real life story. 5 years of relationship.
Okay. Full breeds are known as
Nwala. What is full breeds?
Sons and daughters of the land. So Osu is
not sons and daughters of the land.
So Osus are known as outcasts or half-breed dedicated to the
Based
so
on
are they half human, half gods?
Based on what are they dedicated to the gods?
Are they half human, half gods? I think she's explaining. She's not
just explaining the terms.
Want to know if me and full breed.
For me, I think if she really wanted to explain it, she would have gone deeper and explained it.
Yeah.
There's a way some people write, and it's very tasteless. You know, you say the woman left. So my thing is, when you say someone dedicated to which gods,
does it mean that they're a human being or are they half human being, half god? Like I need to understand.
You people should come and enlighten us.
We put the link there, so please.
Because it's very painful that and then the man said, because the lady who wrote this article said, this Twitter thread said, she asked her cousin why he didn't ask her when they were dating. And the guy said he didn't think she would want. So you man, you know that there's a possibility. You know that this part of your tradition, you hold it very dear. Why didn't you ask the question?
Abi, they used to stamp it on the person's head.
Why didn't you ask the woman the question?
And how did you find out?
And how did you find out? That's another painful part of the story. Did not even tell us how they found out.
Did you find out? Say based on what their fathers did. So that's why they are dedicated to the gods. Or they are okay, Amaka is here, so let's see what Amaka has to say. Amaka will come and help us out. Amaka, greetings.
Hey, greetings, common sense sisters. Good afternoon. How are they?
We're fine.
How are you?
Yeah.
I can see that this culture they shock you. You cannot believe that this is happening. You know,
Amaka, you have to put humanity to it. These people dated for 5 years.
No, let her explain to us what they see.
She said they shock. I know she will explain. But like the thing when they drive me, Amaka, they say like they dated for 5 years, you know, and married for 1 month. And the part that's even choking me inside is that when the lady who wrote it said she asked her cousin, why didn't you even ask when you were dating? He said he didn't think she would be one.
It's not even the thing about this story is not even new to me. It's so common, but I think just something that is common that you know. I even know a few people that I know that are kind of Osu kind of deal, and we just know it in the back of our head that okay, these people are this though, you know. So it's not me personally. It's not new. It's not a new story. It's been happening over and over again. I actually have someone that's like close to me that actually got pregnant. They're getting ready, and then they went to do the Idrese, which is like you can meet somebody in town, meet somebody in London, you know, just have a frivolously life, and then when it comes to the time of Idrese, that's the time that actually people will they actually find out. So you can date for as long as you want to. If you don't go do that whole Idrese and marry, eventually whenever you decide to go do it and it comes out, most times for some reason these marriages end up breaking up, you know. So it happens over and over again. When you go to the person's ancestral lands and start inquiring about stuff, it's what I'm saying, and that's when you get made to meet the families. That's when. So the fun about it is like these people, they never. Somehow it's so weird how we never put anything in writing, but somebody knows. People just know. There's a mark somewhere, you know. It's just so weird about that. But yeah, once you finally go do that, that's when all those things starts coming up, and that's when even your family will be like, we're not gonna go with you to go do this, or we're not, so if you have every family back out,
Yeah.
you're on your own. See what I'm saying? Basically, so some of these traditions, it's just crazy how just crazy how things. Okay, I mean, just not to take off all track. I want to come back to this Osu track. For
Yeah.
example, I was getting ready to do my to bury my father-in-law, like in a whole traditional way, to give him that whole traditional right where I have to bring a cow or whatever. I already called all the elders in my family are supposed to come with us, and then 2 weeks to the time, it was made known to the elders that, hey, that I did not kill cow for my father. We preach me to me means like it's not like they didn't kill cow during the burial, but the traditional right of equals. We didn't do that part. They said if I'm going to do American out and buy a cow or have any semblance of cow for them to come, they're not going to. Everybody backed out. They're not going to do it. It comes with this cause, that cause, that cause. Ordinary cow. So I'm saying. So that's when it comes to if you're gonna live in town and just disregard the whole culture or whatever thing, just move on. Don't look back. That's what it is. Pretty much. Just live. Do not look back. But once you start looking back, oh my God, yeah, it kind of always comes down to this craziness, and it happens over and over. Actually, this story is not new. I've known. Like I actually in my hands count at least 5 people that I know that they haven't had any stable relationship because they're Osu. So I'm saying,
And that's because they are
They don't
dating.
date
That's because,
outside the people that believe in the Osu.
and apart from that, the Osu thing, like, so if somebody's Osu from, let's say, Anambra State, can they marry somebody from Imo State?
No, you have to marry outside. Sometimes they say a lot of the Osus go outside the tribe and marry. So a lot of people, a lot of Igbos, I say that they go outside the tribe and say, oh, they marry because they are, and they married it from this other tribe because they are Osu. There were the person, a lot of casual. Very actually, I've had that casual conversation within Igbos. Oh, they had to go marry this Yoruba person. They had to go marry this other person because literally, so they can only marry within themselves if they have that right ish to marry within themselves, or go outside the tribe, pretty much for the most part. Yeah.
Outside the entire Igbo tribe.
Yes, so it doesn't matter where, even if it's Anambra, as long as your level, your family is also, because it's generational, it transfers. That's what I'm saying. It's not just one. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it to you guys in me now. I have my limited knowledge, like somehow just be hearing. Exactly. So
at least you're even trying. We appreciate you for even calling in. Yeah, the first thing, we really appreciate you. It takes a lot of guts to call in.
Yeah, but I'm indifferent. I'm not gonna call them start bashing people. That's another thing. I'm just gonna say the way I've known and what I've seen. See what I'm saying? So basically, the general terms, Osu are known as the lower class in the tribe. Lower caste, everything about them is low, and they're kind of castaway-ish, but they're still kind of part of the Igbo tribe. I guess somewhere in the line, they're still obviously the same blood runs through those, whatever they are going to say. But then the regular other population are known as the Wala or Wadiala or sons of the land, which are like the main sons of the tribe. This all stems from back in the day when we used to worship. I think is it Allah or the main Igbo gods or whatever. It stems from that. It's so funny how that thing goes up to this point. Okay. That's one. How they end up becoming Osu is a little bit more is a little bit murky, right? Cupcake, baby, cupcake. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Someone... no, my son just came here and screamed dessert. So my husband went to go help him. So I was help give it to them. So I was telling him what to give them. So sorry. Sorry. What was I? So okay. Now the cause of this thing is that it's a little bit murky. Sometimes I think it's one is from if a family is so number one superstition number one. If you ever see them, then nobody if you get suspected or whatever or disrespected deity, then you can get they'll don't do the rights and then cast you out as an osu. It also comes from if you're like a disturbance to like your community or you've done something really bad or something about that, then you get cast away. And then, but the only thing I also I'm what was this other one too? Okay. Suspected of black magic, voodoo, or those group too, they get casted out. So, but only thing about it is like the people that are actually born Osu might not even know the generation where their Osudom came from. See what I'm saying?
Sudan.
Yeah. So they won't even know.
Before you go, before I say
Huh?
sorry, before you continue. So like sometimes when we watch Nollywood movies, we see that in some village Igbo Nollywood movies, they banish some people away. So those people that they banish away, is it like also a form of like outcast kind of?
Yes.
And it follows their generations.
Yes, that's the thing. Yes. So that's the bad thing about it because you will just be born.
And they
You
cannot
don't born
reverse the Osudom.
They cannot even. Can they reverse the Osudom?
No, that's the thing. No. They go through it before they actually do that into you. Everybody must have agreed on it, and they go through like a whole rites. So it's not just like something that just boom. It's what I'm saying. And as of recent, they haven't been. It's so funny. As of recent age, they haven't had any of a new Osudom or new ritual actually that actually banishing people. It's just the only people that are still existing now and still are the people that have gone through that a long time ago, and the families keep going. See what I'm saying? So that will just tell you how deep and ingrained this thing is. The another bad thing that used to happen then is that if a deity needed a sacrifice, if they needed maybe someone to come and serve them, they'll just go from those group and take them because they are like the rejects kind of deal. So I'm saying, and take them. If they wanted all those like no, they have like what's it called approved rituals now. If a chief dies, that you need 7 heads or what else heads that rule. It's from that group. They'll not go from the sons and daughters of the land and to go get there. And they don't nobody touches those. They can just Kukuma grab some from those group and use those group to
Sacrifice.
Or the perform
yes.
That's why we was talking about the breed or something, right? In our post.
Yeah, they don't have breed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then they're not considered. Yeah, obviously, and the way they're being treated, they're not considered full breeds or whatever. That's what I'm saying. So
I want to ask a question, Amaka. I really appreciate first of all for going in detail
and like
and talking about this.
GBCXRZ, I can't pronounce the name. They are really, I think they're appreciating your
he said the person said about this information I need to congest.
Well, so they're appreciating it.
Yeah. So my thing is, my question now is, you know that in the East they cherish Christianity a lot. And I think the majority, especially
the missionaries,
they went there, and most of them were giving their life to Christ and being Christian.
Yeah.
Some of them still continue practicing their traditional faiths as well, in combination with that
Christianity.
Yes.
So in this case, like, is it that there are some people that the fact that maybe they are Christians does not negate the fact that there are some things in the culture that that are untouchable.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this one 500%. Yes, and they don't even regard this as not being. It's almost like saying like this person's from a bad family. So they don't even see it as you don't even see it as you're doing anything bad or you're looking down on somebody. And to tell the truth, even as very recent, I don't think if my dad had said, oh, if you whatever, you're not going to do it, I would have been like, oh, no, this is a modern time or whatever. That's how crazy it is. I'm telling you the truth. You see what I'm saying? So it's not looked at as I think it's not like as religion plays a role in this whole matter. It's just pretty much of like, these are from this, yes, kind of a cultural thing.
Regardless of if, let's say, somebody is even giving birth to a child today and they are of Igbo heritage and the father does not like Osu, grandfather doesn't like Osu, then it's like it goes on from generation to generation, no matter what.
My dear, I know someone now. I thought I've just talked to the person not too long ago. It's something that has stopped like a really really good relationship that she has kids for. So the man is content living with her, them living together, but there's no way they can go do anything because she doesn't even want the questions that he wants to go and marry the person. See what I'm saying? Like he doesn't even want that thing. But like not even like the fact that they now have kids. Is what I'm saying. But that's like the only thing holding the guy from going because again, his family will find. Actually, it was his family that actually found out. It was such kind of almost similar, and then confronted the girl. The girl said, "Okay, yes," and then that was it. They just live together. We're just not gonna get married, pretty much. Because nobody's gonna go with
They're
you.
not
That's the
gonna
funny
get
thing.
finally married, but can they can marry in other like cults or whatever.
Exactly. That's another thing too. Come think about it. Yes, it also depends on the person's mindset, on the person's psyche, though. It depends on the person's mindset. Because some people will be like, okay, if I can marry you here, I'll marry you there. But some people will be like, I just don't want to. I want it on my conscience because it has also to do with some deity, whatever. I don't know the course or whatever that will come upon you or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they don't even want to try it because again, you don't know what new generation the course will come on to, and you're still like binding, like you're still like whatever, the whole thing is still binding within that whole tribe or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
So for the people who, let's say, they had children out of this Osu, whatever now, does it mean that when an Osu and I hate using these words, but anyways, I'll use it for non-Osu. Okay, let me use non-Osu. That's nice.
Yeah.
When an Osu and non-Osu come together, the children from that marriage, will they become Osu because one of their parents is Osu?
Yes. So they still consider them. It doesn't matter. So that's why people actually stay away from it because it doesn't matter. You're still considered Osu. But you guys remember that? No, I have not heard or anywhere now in this Igbo land where they've had an actual Osu right, Osu traditional right, where any new person got banished or any new family got banished, no matter what. So I'm saying, it's still yes. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's still going on based on the whole, and people still keep tracks. People that they are keeping tracks, they're keeping records, they're keeping this. So it's just it's crazy.
Wow. This feels like some deep form of. You want to look at it from just educational angle. It just looks like I don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Yes. I remember the initial times. I'm like, hey, I remember a few times when I was younger that I was like, oh, thank God that I was not, that my family did not. That's what I'm saying, And I'm like, wow, this is just crazy,
So, has there been any history, like how people believe in generational curses and whatever? Do you know any time, or do you hear any stories growing up of like, okay, this person married this Osu and then something bad happened to them because they married this?
Exactly. Yes. Back in the day, you hear those stories. You definitely. Now I haven't heard it recently, but maybe because of also the crowd that I keep. So I'm saying I'm not really into like whatever and superstition or whatever. But yes, it was very very common. I'm telling you, this is as common can be. Like literally, people. And we'll have that. Listen, that this girl was out there typing away. It's like usually conversation that people will have and not even feel like they're saying something bad. That's what I'm saying. It'll just be like, oh, just like this how these people. So it's just human beings, man. It's just I don't know, my dear. Yeah.
I even wanted to say something. I'm not thinking of like I didn't want to bring politics or anything. So I'm not thinking of like Biafra and all those times and the war and all of that is like okay. So even within this time of pain and suffering, there are some people that are still regarded as outcasts.
Oh yes.
Wow. In those days,
Amaka, did they just this set of people? Do they? So they never mixed.
Not right in his book.
They never mixed with the general public. So people from this Osu caste, they didn't go to school or go to the same place or.
No.
Segregation kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But when it comes to like modernization, it's something that they will know. Once I know that nobody was kind of singled out, or there was no separation on in that aspect. It's like we
Mm.
all still go to school, but we all know where we belong. You all, because like Africans are so good at, they'll still mingle, they'll still do whatever, but they'll still not like pretty much like, we know where you're coming from. But back in the day, they kind of give them their own land. They might give them like a forbidden land or whatever that is still close to like the main sons and daughters of the land, whatever, so that just in case there's any need for them, or there's a need for deity needs them for something. So I'm saying they'll be close enough to bring them to kind of bring them in when they need them. So maybe from there, maybe one daughter of the land is always a girl that will run off with another fine guy from that Usu, whatever. So I'm saying, when I'm gonna run there and then I'll still get married, join the group. The group are growing, so that village is growing. But so they're actually known. You see what I'm saying? And then things just keeps going on and going. And then let's say the white man comes, nobody cares. Everybody still grooms together. They'll still go to that general school together. But
School.
who knows? Yeah, and that's why they always say like that whole age dress is very, very, very important. Like during my own time with my husband, the family were getting ready to go do that whole traditional whatever, whatever. My husband said that he didn't care, he doesn't want to, and he stopped them from doing it. But it's not like I had anything to hide in that aspect when it comes to that aspect. So I'm saying, you know, but if it's something that he has said, okay, yes, so he'll be ready for whatever result that they give him, whatever verdicts that they give him is what he's going to follow. They say no, and it's all based on the family, not based on the girl. So that's what I'm saying. It's not just based on whoever you do.
Wow.
The relationship you have with the person does not matter. The relationship you have, whatever you guys have built for years does not matter at this point. It's just based on the verdicts that was gotten from that's long lineage of address. That's what I'm saying. So
It's
I'm
crazy
not
to
gonna
me.
just so when you go on, I think I will ask a question.
I said it's crazy to me how like you can have children with these people, you can be friends or what, you can be the most intimate. By most intimate, I mean like having sex and all of that with this person
Mhm.
cannot marry. And also bring another thing of like, for example, I don't know, I keep thinking politics, but it's like people in the East and governorship elections. It's like now if somebody's an Osu, can they not be the governor of their state? Like, does the tradition go that deep? Like everything are just going through.
Or is it just when it comes to the marriage thing that
So
like,
it's just the
very
marriage.
forceful?
Like,
I think now it might be just the marriage that's holding on tight. Maybe initially, because obviously just now, and also another time, some of those towns too are like towns full with Osu. So if if you're from that town, the full feel with like it's the same thing, and they know each other. Trust me, they know themselves. They won't really struggle now. I'm coming to represent my town. Oh, go ahead. So I'm saying, and I think I'm hoping that we've modernized enough whereby it doesn't really play a role that much in politics. But people that if they know, no, they might kind of want to put a block. So I'm saying, and yeah, so I don't think that would kind of affect it. But most one thing I know is like they don't want those two mixing when it comes to lineage and bloodline. Remember that another thing in Igbo land, bloodline matters. First for every first and bloodline. I think one of that rule again. So that bloodline is the one thing that the channel like literally not even put together at all.
I see. So
Yeah.
that's why like people, even no matter how much one person loves the other, maybe a non-Osu loves an Osu, they have to beyond just the love. It's like generations to come. How is it going to affect
Yes,
lineage and everything together? The whole
yes. They start just cry your way. Sometimes they'll even be breaking up crying. They'll be breaking up like literally heartbroken. They'll be breaking up like, they're heartbroken. But it's like, man, we can't do this. We cannot,
wow.
So, yeah.
That question. So in a situation whereby like a non-Osu and an Osu, right? Obviously they're still in love and they're like either ways we're going to get married. I don't non-Osu is like I don't care what my family says. And none of the family member of the non-Osu attended or whatever. Now, this non-Osu marrying the Osu person, right? Does that not make the person an Osu? Number one question. Then number two, does it now contaminate, for lack of better word, the lineage, not just his lineage, but the one where he's coming from or she's coming from? That's the
now in this day and age, it probably would not, but back in the day, it will be a big sting. And then two, it doesn't make him, but his kids are regarded as Osu. So I'm saying So it's just his lineage down will be regarded as an osu. But well, if he decides to, like, obviously back in the day you can marry as much as possible. So if he decides to go back and then redo what he did, and maybe marry a second wife or third wife that is none, you see, they will see that the treatment of the second and third wife's kids will be definitely different from what the other treatment of the osu person. Yes.
So the cousins, so like if these two different type of people, right? So where the osu and the non-osu they get married and they have kids, that the one that is non-osu, will his relatives with his, like, maybe his brothers or his sisters' children and all those be prevented from mingling with his own?
Oh yeah, back in the day, I don't think it'll be that bad now. But back in the day, definitely yes. Definitely yes. It used to be very, very bad back in the day. I remember that and their life does not even, it's almost like saying slavery too, because their life does not even belong to them. Any of them can be used. Yeah, any of them can be used at any time to do any ritual, whatever, sacrifice this, or just drag to go and serve this deity or serve this other priest, chief priest here and there. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's also part of the idea of, do I even want to put my family through this? Is there any girl, any woman worth this? I remember the men are very, very. I think like men back in the day are very like critical thinkers as far as like what they have, the options that they have. Do I want to put my generations through this just because I don't want it? So I'm saying, just because I like this woman. See what I'm saying? So they are more, and I don't think love even comes into mind back in the day. Now that we have this love thing going on right now. It's more of, if you're gonna do it, don't look back. That's another thing. You can do it, and a lot of people do it. Just don't look back. Don't look back and just try. Don't want to have anything to do with your traditional rights or going back to the village or doing all of that. Nah, pretty much.
It's just making me. Thank you so much, Amaka, for explaining. I'm very shocked by it, because I cannot see how people that believe in this thing cannot see that this is discrimination. It's like it was paradoxical for me. It's a paradox, but I can't remember the word.
Now that you bring it to the forefront, yeah, it actually makes sense. It's funny how everybody's going to be screaming discrimination, racism, and everything, and why it's still going on, like 100%. It's still like literally, I mean, to the point where if you're not, even to the modern day, this day and age, you're like, hey, thank God my family is not. So what I'm saying, just because you don't even want that stigma or don't even want that at all,
But it's making me remember now. See what the person who responded to the old lady and said, but if this Osu has American dual citizenship, you can marry the Osu for this thing, for Pali.
Oh, for the papers.
Just imagine. Some people go green. They're supposed to deport them from the country. They will say no. I can't marry Osu for green papers. For green card.
No, they will marry you. Some of them will just marry and not even, maybe not look back. They'll be the ones that don't when they go look back. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what would be your advice to people that are from the East and they're like, just, when I mean from the East, I don't mean, no, Amaka is married now. So yeah. What would be your advice or suggestion? No, suggestion. Let's put it this way. Because we like to avoid advice, because some people will come and be blaming you because you said this. So what's your suggestion to people that are in a relationship, people that are that they are both Igbos, they are in a relationship today? If you had the opportunity to say something to them, whether it's in school or in what would you tell them in terms of like questions?
My dear, this one passed my pay grade though, with all those that are cultural, because people with they practice them, you can't tell them nothing. I have actually know someone that actually went to school here, pre-med here, did everything here, loved this girl, and I don't want somebody that will just sue her. And here Hoha was born here, lived I think we lived in Nigeria for just those what did they take back, like stubborn kids, middle school, just carry you, drop you back for Nigeria, so yeah, exactly. Like barely lived in Nigeria for I think 7 years ish. My dear, that thing was one of the big things that we have. That one opened my eyes where that was a big issue, So they marry him, go marry the person when no be none or whatever. Still they pursue the girl. That's the same one when you know what marry, That's how crazy these things can be. So I don't even know what to just say, but let's just hope that as growth keeps coming in, as people start looking, turning away from some of those things that doesn't really make sense, or if you cannot explain what somebody did for them to be on Osu, then there's no need for you to stigmatize the person. That's what I'm saying. If you cannot say this is what person did to me, or this, so I'm saying, so there's no need for us to go there. So, just. I guess move on, or all I can say, maybe can start from us too, But and on the other end, and another thing I have that I would have to say, if my son, who's like supposedly an Igbo boy, so I'm saying, meet someone and then somebody can ask on their own and come and say, that's how they are this or that. Now, is a big question for me personally will be, what would I say about that? So I'm saying, am I also that open-minded to be like, okay, I don't care. So I guess whatever changes we're trying to see is, I can't really speak for other people. I can't speak for, it's just something that me as a person would later working towards implementing that, and I'm doing better and working towards that step that I want to see for the future.
I have a question. Thank you for that. That's sticking my mind. So I know you're talking about the Jukwese. I hope I'm pronouncing it well.
Iju something.
Jukwese.
It's not Jukwese.
Oh, Idrese.
Okay, so the Idrese. Is it only when the person is ready to marry? But for example, like you have somebody, who be these people when they
I don't know that
our neighbors. Anyways, we have somebody who sees a girl or a guy, or a guy meets girl meets guy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They like each other, they're just dating. Let's say the Osu thing is very, very important to this guy. He knows that no matter, or to this lady, they know that no matter what they do, they cannot bring an Osu home. Can they go perform this Ijuese before at the beginning of
the
to marry?
Maybe someone that is proactive. I've never heard about people doing it so early. It's like, play around, do what you want to. When it's time for seriousness, then because some of this things just entails a lot of things too. You have to just based on village from village. So I'm saying, you don't know what cultural whatever days they're gonna go and invoke. You don't know what they're gonna go do. So I'm saying, depending on what village.
Is that different from just fine? Because like if somebody is talking to somebody that they're in a relationship, it's as easy as going to find out this person's family.
Yes, they are Googling them. So I'm Googling them and checking their records, stuff like that.
It's not necessarily about going to perform, because the way you describe the dress is like a right that they have to perform. So it's a long thing, just like information gathering. You know how people gather.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, in this guy now. Oh wow, okay, it's Nigeria. It's from this state. Let me just call my mom
and ask. Yeah.
Send people before we fall deep. Before I start having feelings.
Into this thing.
So
exactly. Yes, but I think the difference is that you're not invoking all kinds of family and you're not going to the person's ancestral land. That's a different thing. And so that's why it's like whenever you're serious, because it's what I'm saying. Whenever you're serious, then you come for this. So this is for serious issues, serious matter. That's what I'm saying. So you're not like. I'm telling you, it's a crazy world we live in. It's jungle out here. It's crazy. Yeah, things are happening.
No sense. How can you be with somebody for 5 years, married to them for 1 month? You do all the marriages. This person has probably brought joy to your life. Then you say because of Asian nonsense tradition.
My dear, I'm surprised that someone that has that kind of a family, and they have that families that they listen to, obviously, that they did not insist on doing it before. I'm just surprised though.
Yes. Because how did they find out after the wedding?
It's just crazy. Or I saw someone that didn't see the wedding and got jealous and just started trying to go look for things. That's like, who sent you?
Nothing.
Who sent you to go and do that? Just like okay, for example, there's another tradition that happens that whenever somebody comes in, whenever you give birth, you have to approve, and then they also have to ask for the approval first. You have to approve.
Approval
you have to ask for the approval of actually the father of the son. I mean, so let's say like that my husband has a deeper say in his family, and then the father listens to him, and the father squashed it. So I'm saying that okay, he doesn't want it, let's just leave it alone. So they have to get an approval before you do it. So why Amaka,
maybe so Amaka is trying to say that maybe this dress is not usually like it's compulsory. The father of the home, if the elder of the home says like there's no need. Is that what
yes. Yes,
Oh,
it is. They don't want it. In this day and age, back in the day, it was compulsory, but now in this day and age, they will ask you, "Do you want us to do this?"
yes.
Because again, there's no going back from whatever that comes out of it. That's the point thing that because once you agree to do it, that means that you whatever verdict that comes out of it, you have to go, you have to follow through. So what I'm saying, so they
And
have
there's
to
no
act.
corruption. There's no corruption
Like
inside.
somebody cannot lie.
There's no. This one is not lying in this one. That's another thing. There's no because a lot of things got poked at. So I'm saying it's not just come from one group. So and it's what I'm saying there's no really like there's no lies that comes out of it. People don't just make up. It's not like I saw them over there gossiping and they were saying no, it's not about those ones. It's like some real deep stuff comes out of that. Some people actually go deep. I don't that's go deep into like even invoking stuff. Okay, just like when back in the day when you give birth to someone, they go through a bloodline and about whatever sacrifice to find out who came back. Remember that? I don't know if it did. They did in my culture.
Abiku or something.
Yeah. So, but the mom and the dad of the child has to agree. Remember, it's a bloodline thing. It's a bloodline thing. So so if they agree to do it and then they just go ahead and do it. So all this is come on, almost like something similar, something like that. Something. So you have to have some kind of it trickles down. So that's I'm surprised that the guy for you to have a family that believe in all those things and believe in you doing all those things. So I'm surprised that they're doing it after, not before. You see what I'm saying? Because the family that actually always says this, so because you know when you know the Igbos that are really into this, you will know them. That's the first thing that there's not even getting around it. So I'm saying, what family again? Hey, write the name down. This one down. They'll just start telling you things, asking you things immediately. You know what tribe, what this is asking you. So I'm surprised that such family like they didn't do it before. Like before the marriage, because because people you know them, like literally, we that like to form they're open minded, like to the kind of the coron quarrels, because they're like, so that's I'm shocked because that the guy had to wait till after, because that's crazy,
That's what surprised me because when the cousin asked him, he said he didn't think she would be one, which means that it's something that.
Like they expect people to be a certain way. So maybe she never brought him any bad luck.
Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe.
Has always brought him good luck. Yes.
And like it's like
or then there's something 1 month into the wedding. This is speculation.
As he said,
something is just a bit shaky.
Because of this reason, nothing will be good in your life.
You go hard.
Now it's going to be very, very hard because if you really love yourself and you send this woman away. You send this man away, nothing goes straight. It's just karma. It's just because you cannot come and be discriminating somebody and you say it's not discrimination, it is what it is. Or whether you say your old generation or new generation.
I know.
Exactly. Especially when there's something called this Ijuese that they could have done.
And Amaka says
exactly.
Like we're all here talking about discrimination, colorism, this one here,
racism, and
outside when it comes to other, somebody doing it to us. But when we're doing it to ourselves, we say no. It's our culture. It's how it is.
I know, and no apologies. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was telling you. I kind of understood where that girl's come from because that's how they talk. That's like that's how they talk. There's no apologies. There's nothing. It's pretty much it is what it is. Some of them will say, oh, they even look at it. They no longer sacrifice them now these days. Yeah. Some people watch up on them and say that kind of nonsense. Really? The improvements that they're no longer put aside for sacrifice. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Yeah. So it's crazy.
I think if people this is an example where they talk say love is not really enough. But people also take decision to choose peace in their life.
That's true.
Sorry,
that's true.
I was going to say that hopefully that woman, if she's looking for love again, she will find someone that is way better than this, because I can't imagine for 1 month after wedding, they probably don't even care how much.
I think she doesn't have kids too, because people that will have kids, they just have kids just because, So that's something that they tell you. And if you see audition that are like, I just like, there's just a lot of backwardness, man. There's a lot of backwardness. Just like it's a lot of, and it, trust me, it really hits deep. deep within a lot of the Osus that I know. Just like, you still get that sense of, that like I really don't belong. If you just get sense, it's crazy. Now that it's so funny how some things don't make sense or you don't really question things, but when you start thinking about it, you're like, wow, wow. See what I'm saying? It's just, yeah. My dear, all I can say is, for me personally, is like I really don't like to like speculate as well as other people. My own is like, what can I do if it becomes my story? How do I get past it? So I'm saying, and what do I do to better it on my if it ever becomes my thing? So I'm saying, all I can hope, all I can hope is do better.
Yeah, I guess when you get there, you decide
if you ever get there.
Yeah, I'm number one thing. I'm not gonna open my two mouth. I use eating yam, or beans or rice to just say, hope they're not a family of Osu. That's me personally. That would be number one. I would love for at least for Chikazo to marry an Igbo girl so I can go and haggle the bride price. Who do you think you are? Why would you? Why would you put it back to
you don't say this bride price thing now. Men not supporting me. Those are the men they set all this bride price thing.
My dear, you think that's sweet me? Don't because I have boys, so I want to express that whole haggling. I'm like,
you have your own story.
What if your future daughter-in-law says she doesn't want bride price and her family say they don't want?
Nah, wow.
No. It's not for anything, just for the fun of it. We go pay that.
Exactly, we will pay. And that kind of thing. Yeah, I think I'm one of those that'll be like, I don't take this away from me, man. I'll be like,
your daughter-in-law say, this one is just a gift. This is the only gift.
That is the daughter-in-law is Nigerian.
Even if she's not Nigerian, people that marry from other races, they do the same.
Yeah, we'll be like, you must do it too. We will change that girl to Igbo bride. After the wedding, we'll come out white. They'll remove their white and wear the Igbo bride regalia.
I can give you gist.
We will be there for the wedding.
Of course. Of course. I will give you gist now. See, I think there's one time when I was working, I think this probably was in Texas, right? I was telling my colleagues how, like, you have to marry a Nigerian woman. There are 3 types of marriage. You'll not be smart, They propose for beach. If you like, they propose, go Niger, then come back. You will still come and, there's the knocking, which is like, and then they have the bride price, and then people mix it with the traditional marriage, and then the wedding, and then the white wedding. The guys were like, so who is paying for this? And I said, well, it depends on where you go. For if you are going to the east,
for the most part,
I was showing them where the traditional marriage. I like this one. I like this. I like this. Now the women in my office, they were like, this is the American husband got it too easy. These are white people,
white women.
So there's I never see woman when be non-African when I don't talk to her about these 3 types, and they say, oh, this one for the bride, just our own is just to dress up and be nice. I say yes, that's all. That just show up. That they wish. So the one that married Mexican, she said, I wish. So the other person, the other white ladies, all of them. So I think that some people, we were inside the whole. We know everything. We know what it is. Like when I say we, I mean like we the Africans.
Yeah.
Right. But for outside people, they see it like it's a very beautiful aesthetic, and if it's anything to make them feel like the queen of the day.
Yes, you're the prize. Yeah,
And I saw they play YouTube videos. They show them during lunch break. They say,
I think they're too fine too. The way they will make, yeah.
Nigerian brides from east, north, south, and west. Their traditional attire, and for each tribe, they have their different.
Yeah, that different suits, and it's still beautiful. Yeah.
They say they will be looking to the night. They will start scouting for the Nigerian guys. So, just maybe. It's okay. Because the seat colorful. The reason why they toss one be say, just in case, your future daughter.
My dear,
Whatever it
My
is.
mom said, I'm not gonna open mouth to go even ask what when it comes to is the person a God fearing person. That's one thing, is the woman reasonable? Are they, just a normal quality? And if your child brings a woman and say, this is the woman I love, what do I, even if the person just wear, in fact, come to my house with backless or whatever, naked, chewing gum, tattoos all over. As long as they don't talk saying that they want way, want making leave. You see what I'm saying? My dear, all I can do is like, are you sure? And I also know that I've tried to raise kids that will use their brains. You know what I'm saying?
I see people as human beings. Very important.
Exactly. So, my dear, me, I not come to this earth to kill myself for. I know go. Wahala. As I said, wahala not they finish, and I'm not going to use my own hand and be bringing some on top of my head. So I'm saying, as long as you know that you will, because I've seen a lot of marriages in this life, and a lot of people that are choking mouth. That I'm like, you're not going to be the one living with them. Is it people that are forcing people to marry somebody else, or is it people that are forcing people to like? Some say, people say, we should not marry. You're not going to live with them at the end of the day.
And there are even other people that are also non-Osu people that are married to themselves. And their marriage
exactly.
You have the same the consequences that the gods do not give Osu. It's on them.
Exactly.
Like,
it doesn't make any sense. For me, it doesn't make any sense. So it's just, I think it's just sometimes all things that we use is just putting, just giving ourselves headaches. That's what I'm saying. Actually, in this day and age, my dear, my brother is, my sister-in-law is Ghanaian. Very lovely girl. Like we worship her. Like I can't even wait. So I'm saying to finally just pay that dowry and just like, okay, this is our own.
Hey,
exactly.
I'm sure she'll be practicing.
So in this day and age, somebody opened their mouth and said, Ghanaian. But the way I just looked at her, I looked at, in fact, they're both, it was a couple. But when I just looked at them, just made them like, don't even say another word, Because it's also how you represent yourself. So I'm saying, you're not going to come to my face, step up my face and start saying nonsense. So I'm saying, So I moved on. But just look, imagine like if it was their own, let's say there's their own family, that doesn't put out, start drinking, you can't start drinking Panadol before that pulls headache.
And so when you have peace of mind, they will just go and bring problem because that's what
exactly.
Why are you getting married? Not for companionship and then love.
Exactly, love. Live a long life.
A master's in UK, 5 years. A university began a master's in UK.
Exactly.
That's what you could have achieved in 5 years. You build this 5 years. If you need anybody with 20, now they're 25. Halfway to 20.
Yeah.
Then you throw away that of marriage, all the planning for the wedding, every single thing she would have got to go and choose a wedding gown, the makeup, the food, the wedding gifts, have also gone to the money that they paid. You just say emotional somebody's go better.
Yeah.
I came to come and say your wife.
Now in this case, now is the one that put asunder in his own marriage.
Yes.
That's the thing. My thing is that I'm also, we don't even know what kind of pressure he finally got into when he found out. We don't know that.
It's
not easy to be someone for 5 years.
Forsaking all others. If you you say they write all those things for the verse for.
I know. That's why I'm like, you could have just turned they could have just turned their backs and just not go back. That's what I'm saying. Just
we know that you cannot be in
half and half. Yeah.
Yes. There's no going in and going and coming, and that's the only thing, My dad, I'm sure that maybe somebody has seen maybe they had a glorious marriage or glorious wedding and just got jealous.
Right.
And said, "Where to go?" Yeah.
Especially with the way the girl wrote these tweets. He not come from a place of, oh my God, my cousin married this woman.
Yeah.
Yes. It felt like animosity. It's like,
you could tell that. You could get a hint of like, oh yeah. Maybe the person just they go, yes. I could sense that.
That's what we're getting from it. It wasn't more of like.
It wasn't like, oh my God,
and all those
after
things.
everything, this love. It was like, finally, we found something that will push this girl out of this family.
Yeah. Yes, pretty much. I think that's what. It came out that way because there's a difference between like you're explaining things or you're just saying, this is what happened, and you're being indifferent. You can even be indifferent. You cannot be like, you can even be like, I can't say this is so bad. I can't say this is so good. That's what I'm saying. But you can just tell the story as, okay, this is how it happened, But you can just like, I have to sense that hint of like,
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
joy for this person's misery.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, Amaka, for educating, for calling in, answering all our questions.
I'm glad. I'm surprised I even know this much though, because I was like,
you never know to your question.
I know.
That's the history you just give us for years.
Nah, history
free of charge. This one was not left for Chinua Achebe. Where I don't read. I don't maybe
he didn't want to highlight this one. He's like, I beg, make I leave this one. Or maybe he could be a believer. Who knows? Actually, there's not a believer in that one too. Who knows? You know, because his time there, it wasn't so abolished at that time. At that Chinua Achebe's them time. No, so who knows?
Amaka has given us Igbo history one. Igbo history
one. Oh, hug back.
We're moving right on time.
The president herself.
Right on time.
My dear.
The president herself. The
University of Amaka. University
now cut on it. We have gotten all we wanted. And this is a treasure to anyone.
The lecturer job posting, go apply, you know.
Reference. Yes. Reference. Yes. Man. Yes. Anybody where miss not to ask question, miss. If you ask the question in the comment section,
you will come back. We cannot
answer you because we don't know. Next time. You cannot be attending school for free. You must pay tuition.
Because president was multitasking.
Yes.
We hear she counsel, but mommy saying, baby, take this now.
This one. And if they give us history, you know what it means to give us ancient history. God the gods.
A woman that is already a woman that's already in the current generation.
And a woman that knows her stuff. Woman is saying this is what happen. How will I handle this? Already preparing. It's not easy. Look at me. I learned you to I learned full breed. I hear the word somewhere. I can interject. Anybody come for me say, let's do debate, but I say, bring it on. I know what I'm talking about.
And we get study material.
And these are my reference books. This is my Anybody wait till I I'm not a believer.
Yes.
Because this is
Naim. They get video evidence.
They know what to research.
They don't know.
Do they have a book of knowledge?
Do they have a human form? Do they have a president of a school?
They don't have. They don't know what's going on.
Oh, they're gonna kill me for you.
Thank you very much.
All right, girl. I'm gonna have to watch the third section though, because I'm getting ready for a baby dedication. So
that's fine, but you will enjoy it.
Yes, as you listen.
Oh, I bet.
That one,
you know, say this one is like a part of my life though. It's so funny. If it's 1 p.m. somewhere and I'm doing something, my body just itching like, oh my god, I'm so down. You know, this is what I'm talking about. This, oh my god, I don't know. This is gonna become real church for real.
You don't know what you don't know.
You don't feel talking for
you. You don't know.
You don't spread them like this for you. You know, say I don't want to be emotional.
You don't want to be emotional.
Everything they show what people. Hey, we'll see you on the other side, okay?
All right, girls. Bye. This was nice. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Have you learned some things?
All this free knowledge, please. We hope you have liked. We hope you have subscribed.
And please share this video.
It's very important.
If you have people that are dating, Igbo people that are dating themselves,
this is very, very important.
Send this to them
on your WhatsApp group, in your CWO group, CMO, because Igbo people, many of them are Catholic, so CMO, CW. Your annual August meeting. All these things. What this part of this culture is it necessary? Will you continue to take it from generation to generation? Have you moved past it? Is it not discrimination? What makes it not to be discrimination?
Yeah.
If you're a modern person now, say my sister was saying, if you need kidney, I don't know if you said it on live when we were discussing passively. If you need a kidney and super person is the only person that can give you a kidney,
emergency,
you say you will not say you will not say you like what, or is it this does not make sense, right?
Yeah, but anyways, it's people's culture and people's tradition.
That's your business.
Anyways. We are going to the next live show.
We are very, very on time.
I'm very, very happy.
All right, if you're in the Toronto area, please.
And you are hungry.
And you're hungry. You know anybody that's in this area.
And you need some yummy food, delicacy, delicious Nigerian food.
This
Your
advert
malicious
from
got
Your
you.
Malicious.
You gotta go to your malicious
This
website.
This is for you. Why you telling them? We'll put the video. You go see. Now watch this, please. Thanks.
Welcome to Yo-Yo Alicious, the best Nigerian online food service in Toronto, Canada. We deliver to Toronto, Concord, downtown Toronto, Etobicoke, North York, Thornhill, Vaughan, Woodbridge, Mississauga and Scarborough. Order now at yoyomialicious.com. A unique taste of Nigeria. Follow us on Instagram at yoyomialicious. Like and share this video. Nigeria to the world.
Thank you for watching.
I see emojis of food.
Yes, you're dancing with us. Thank you.
Yes,
it's what we do.
Yes,
we do it for the squad.
What we do.
I think while the ad was playing, GBC said, I think the next generation might not get involved. Yes. We hope they don't. We hope they don't. Thanks so much, Amaka, for educating all of us. Hopefully the next generation does not do okay. I can't imagine people who have to sacrifice true love for this, my dear.
Yeah.
If people sacrifice, not true love. Is the love even true?
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll find out if the love is true in the next live show.
Next live show.
We are going to be putting
it coming on
right now in
the next tab. 2 minutes. If you refresh your page, if you
go to the community tab, Amaka, see it here, community tab. We'll put the link there right now.
Just go there and drop it and click it.
Click it and we'll be waiting for you. If you reach out to this point, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and make common sense
never
depart from you. See you in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Here our ending
video.